Alrighty, good morning everybody. Welcome to Teaching Talks with Cochrane. This time we're at episode 2. How do I create video tutorials? Now for me, I'm a big fan of efficiency, and so that means what is the simplest way for me to do anything that I want to do? And so our question today, how do I create video tutorials? A couple of things I want to talk about. The first thing is necessary equipment. As you can see, there's nothing in this box because you actually don't need anything. As long as you have your Surface Pro, you have everything that you need. Ideally, you would have your Surface Pro with a pen. If you've got the pen will be a game changer for you. If you have a pen, that's fantastic. You can, of course, use an external microphone if you would like to. It will just make the actual quality of the recording better. But if you do not have access to an external microphone, or you don't want to use one, or you feel like it's too complicated, the microphone on your laptop is actually fine, so long as you're in a room that does not have a lot of reverberation. So if you are in a small room with flat walls, you will find there is a lot of reverberation. If you are in a room that does not have a lot of flat walls and has a lot of bumpy furniture in it, you'll find that the microphone on your laptop will actually be fine. Now, what do we do? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up PowerPoint, and I've already opened PowerPoint, but in PowerPoint, I'm going to do this like I would run any normal session or any normal lesson, and that is by the end of this tutorial, what is the question that I want people to be able to answer? In our circumstances, mostly students. So by the end of this video, I want everybody to be able to create a video tutorial using PowerPoint. And so I would break down that question into the necessary sub-questions or skills that I would need students to be able to do. Now for us, right, this is a bit more lackadaisical, so I won't really bother with that right now. So that's what I would do. I would have all of my slides set up and ready to go. Once I've got them all set up and ready to go, I can begin my actual tutorial recording. And the way that I do that is I move in my ribbon up the top here and I select the slideshow option. The reason I select the slideshow option is because that will allow me to record my slideshow. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit that. And when I hit this, I open into the record slideshow window. Now, this is a live window. It automatically saves any progress that is stored in here, automatically saves it to the PowerPoint file itself. So anything that's in here is stored no matter what. Now, a couple of things to be aware of. Up here, we have our record button, stop. If you have something recorded, you can click replay and it will play it back. If you have notes stored on each slide, you can view these here. The person that is viewing your video will not be able to see this box. So that box will be only visible to you. So I don't know, if you don't know what you're teaching, maybe you can use that. Clear, you can clear any of the recordings that are on your current slide, or you can accidentally clear recordings on all slides. So I never use this button because it freaks me out. Basically, if you re-record over a slide, it will delete any existing recordings that are there. Settings are over here. What microphone you want to use. I'm using an MBox Mini. What camera you want to use, whether you want to use your front or your rear. For maths guys, and I guess for anybody really, I don't know why maths, but you could use your rear camera as a way to like write notes on paper if you didn't have a pen for your Surface, or whatever you wanted to do. Great, so that is our top section here, which is all about recording. Then down the bottom here, we have a couple of bits of information. So down here we have two timestamps. The left-hand timestamp will tell me how long my current take is going or has gone for the slide I'm currently on. And the right-hand timestamp will tell me how long the entire video is going to go for. Over here I have my pen or highlighter selection option. Very important, if you are going to use your pen, you need to select a color before you type on the screen, because otherwise it will skip a slide. And then you have all your colors of pen and highlighter. Down here, you can say whether you want your microphone off or on. And here, you can turn your camera off or on. Now, you can have your camera on. It will insert it in the bottom here. I think you look like a bit of a pillock when you have it on, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that off. But it's up to you. If you don't feel like you look like a pillock, do whatever you want. You're an adult. Great. Now, once I've decided what I'm going to do, I can hit record. I can record any slide at any time. So I could record slide 2 first if I wanted to, if I was a bit of a cowboy. So this is how it works. I come up here and I hit record and I get a countdown. 3, 2, 1. The necessary equipment that you are going to need is a microphone. You are going to need a camera. You are going to need a really big ego. Now, if I finish that and I hit stop, what this bad boy now does is saves that video recording onto that slide. And you can see now, if I come back to slide 1, my total video length is 13 seconds. I have 0 seconds on this one, If I go back to that original slide, there it is. I can hit replay and I can watch that take. My speakers are muted so you can't hear it, but you can see here that the pen will translate exactly as you are writing. So that is fantastic. Now, at this point, I'm done. Let's say I've finished all of my recording. That's all I want to do. It's going to be crazy, but we're just going to come up the top here and we're just going to hit close. We're just going to go full cowboy, but thankfully you can see here that has actually saved that progress. Now, we obviously want to save that as a file, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to save that wherever you want to store it. OneDrive, admin, teaching talks with Cochrane. Let's make a new folder. TTWC. Yeah, hashtag that. Let's go. All right. So the reason I'm going to save it as a presentation first is because it means I can go back and obviously edit if I need to. It also means I've also got the raw file. It's just good practice to have. So once I've saved that as a PowerPoint, it also does two things. It puts the data that we have currently just had in a place that is a fixed location. It was working in a temporary file, so now that it's fixed, it will actually be able to export faster. I don't actually understand the science or the computing behind that. It's just what I've found, that once it's been saved as a PowerPoint, it actually exports faster. So how do we export? We hit File at the top here. And once my computer, it's a bit slow in its old age. It's getting there. Well, it's not responding. This is good. It's because I'm recording a screencast over the top of recording another screencast. There's just multiple screencasts going on right now. There's screencastception. Also, probably the NBN is out of control because everybody in the world is staying at home to do their work. Great. File's finally open. So File. I'm going to go down here to Export. When I click export, it's normally by default going to be on this sucker here, but we don't want to create a PDF. We want to create a video. So we're going to hit create a video. We want to make sure it's full HD. We want to make sure it's selected to use recorded timings and narrations. If, let's say, for example, you have a picture you want students to look at, maybe you're an art teacher and you just want them to admire the beauty for a little while, you can define how long they admire the beauty for. So this one here, I've just said, if I don't have any recorded narrations over something, just let that image hold for about 5 seconds. That would be fantastic. Thanks, Microsoft. Then all I do is I hit create video. Bang. It takes me to a new window, which is essentially like a save as dialog. And it just asks me, where do you want me to put this video? Now, I'm already in the last folder I saved it in, so I can call this one Teaching Talks with Cochrane, Test App, hit save. Now, down the bottom here, it shows you that it's creating video, Teaching Talks with Cochrane, Test App. Now, that thing there, essentially, however long your audio is recorded for, if you triple it, that's how long it will take to export a video. So let's say you record a 10-minute video, it will take around half an hour to export that video. So that bad boy is exporting. That will carry on in the background. You can carry on. You can do whatever else you want. You can go, you can check your fantasy team. You can issue some steps. You can do whatever it is that you want while that's doing. Once it finishes, it won't even let you know. It'll just keep going on in the background and then it'll disappear. You have to go into your folder to find it. The reason it does that is because it allows you to queue up multiple exports. Oh, it didn't save it. Could not be uploaded. Oh, yes. Sometimes it does this when you go to OneDrive. If your internet was not slow, you just save it in the same place and it will just save it there. Basically, it's exported it and it said, hey, that folder you said I can't find it. And then it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just asking the same question twice. Good. Now, we've then got to go into our folder to find it. The reason, coming back a step. We want to be able to queue up multiple videos so that you can record all your videos in one hit. You can get into your recording zone, record all of your videos, then you can export them all at once and it will just queue them up and keep exporting them. So I now go and find my video and I go to wherever it is, OneDrive, admin, TTWC, and there is my video ready to go. Now that one there, is only a megabyte. Most of the videos that we make will be between 50 and 100 depending on how long they go for. So that is basically how to do it. You just have fun with it. Have a bit of a play with it. There's lots of different things you can do with it. I personally just found that PowerPoint is the easiest and simplest way to do it. So let's come back. What was our essential question? We wanted to ask the question, how do I create video tutorials? At this point, everyone should be able to kind of navigate the PowerPoint window. So let's write some success criteria. All right. So number one, can you navigate the PowerPoint window for recording? Are you comfortable with saving and exporting? And then lastly, refer back to episode 1 on how to upload to Stream. Fantastic. That is it for now. Oh no.